If somebody is a Sudurachari, but has suddenly had this awakening, oh my God, I've got anger, greed, desire, hatred inside me. What a life I've been living. Let me now do bhajan. And has started the path of devotion. Sri Krishna says, consider that soul to be a sadhu. Sri Krishna says that he has made the proper resolve. He has made the proper goal. And in a little while, he'll reach there. You may have heard this sentence multiple times. Hate the sin, but don't hate the sinner. The person who is committing the sin is a part of God. It's the soul. The soul is on a journey. Somebody may be low today and may go high tomorrow. When the Buddha would move around with his disciples, he would often refer to his past lives. And if the disciples would ever condemn someone, the Buddha would say, 40 lifetimes ago, I was like that. In our Puranas, we've got the story of biggest papatmas, biggest sinners, like Ajamil, like Ratnakar, who achieved the supreme destination. Why? No matter what the past, if you come to the shelter of the Lord, He will free you from that past and help you progress to manifest your complete potential. So this is His all-accepting nature. There is a tradition in South Africa among some of the tribes that if one of the tribe members commits a crime, they don't punish that member. They bring the member into the assembly and they all start relating the good points of that person. This is called Ubuntu. It's an African tradition called Ubuntu. And why is it done? What does it mean? They all have faith in the intrinsic goodness of that person. And the ritual is done to evoke the goodness. You may have done bad, but never mind. You have goodness in you. We want you to cultivate that goodness. So the intrinsic goodness is there in all the souls. No soul can love injustice, no matter how unjust they may be themselves. Because if somebody is unjust to them, they will become bitter. Ah, you did this to me. How terrible. Hari Baba, you are unjust yourself. That's all right, but nobody should be unjust to me. One thief, he stole and came home with a bound booty with him and counted it with great glee. Today I got a big loot, and went off to sleep. As luck would have it, a second thief entered the first thief's house. And there was a burglary there. When the first thief woke up, he came to know that he's been burgled. He said, what? कौन है बदमाश मिल गया दांत तोड़ूंगा खोपड़ा फोड़ दूंगा. Arey Baba, you are a thief yourself. Why has your temperature cost 100? No, I will steal, but nobody should steal from me. Look, even the thief doesn't want anybody to steal from him. So from others, we are expecting behavior of kindness, justice, compassion, because this is the intrinsic nature of the soul. These are Daivi Sampatti, divine qualities. The soul, being a part of God, has natural propensity for these qualities. It may have fallen into sinful ways, but God has not given up hope on us. God knows in His grand plan, even Ajamil can become a great devotee. So, no soul is lost. in this verse, Sri Krishna is saying something very, very powerful. Actually, every verse is so powerful. In this verse, he's saying, if somebody is durachari, durachari is somebody who is engaging in bad behavior, but he's saying sudurachari, in terrible behavior. If somebody is a sudurachari, big dacoit, but has suddenly had this awakening, oh my God, I've got anger, greed, desire, hatred inside me. What a life I've been living. Let me now do bhajan. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. And has started the path of devotion. Sri Krishna says, consider that soul to be a sadhu, to be saintly. How can I consider saintly? This person doesn't have saintly qualities. Sri Krishna says that he has made the proper resolve. He has made the proper goal. And in a little while, he'll reach there. Sri Krishna is confident. Then why should we not be confident? So he says that you make the proper resolve. And I will consider you sadhu, not durachari, sudurachari, but sadhu reva samantavya. And it is on the basis of this that God accepts even the biggest of sinners. He doesn't care. He says, no matter what you may have done, what you may be, if you are willing to come to me. When Vibhishan came to Ram, first of all, Hanumanji told Vibhishan. Vibhishan said, I am chanting Ram, 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 Ram. Why is Ram not gracing me? Hanuman said, you are taking Ram Nam, but you are not doing Ram Kaj, Ram Seva. Why don't you speak up for Ram? So next time, when Ravan came, and Ram's army had come. So Ravan asked that, has the army come? So his mantris, they all said, you've got nothing to worry, you're the biggest hero there has ever been in the world. You know, they were buttering up Ravan. Vibhishan thought, this is time to speak up. He said, brother, death is hanging on your head. You know what happened to Surpanakha? Your death is not far away. You have done wrong. You kidnapped the mother of the universe. It is not too late. You go to the feet of Ram. He is so kind. He will forgive you. Hearing that, Ravan could not tolerate. But Vibhishan was so soft-hearted. Ravan gave him a kick, and Vibhishan caught Ravan's leg. Said, my brother, I plead with you. And Ravan kicked him again and insulted him. Vibhishan said, then why hold your leg? Why not go and hold the leg of Ram? So he rejected Lanka. And it is said, the day Vibhishan rejected Lanka, the destiny of Lanka changed. Rana Vikramjit was tormenting Meera Devi. Mirabai was bearing it and staying on. The day Mirabai left Chittorgarh, the destiny of Chittor changed. And its bad days started. So Vibhishan came to Ram. And Sugriv said, Maharaj, don't you know who's coming? Ram said, who? The brother of your enemy. So Ram says, Anayainam Harishreshtha Dattamasya Bhayam Maya Vibhishano va Sugriva Yadiva Ravana Swayam. Look, I am Patit Pavan. If Vibhishan comes to the shelter of my feet, I will accept him. In fact, I will make him Lankesh. He asked Hanuman, bring some water, and he did the Raj Tilak. Kahu Lankesha सहित परिवारा कुशल कुठार वास तुम्हारा. He now declared Vibhishan as Lankesh, the king of Lanka. And Ravan is still there. And he is declaring Vibhishan as the king of Lanka. So Sugriv said, Maharaj, you are saying you are willing to accept anyone. You have accepted Vibhishan. Supposing Ravan comes tomorrow and surrenders, then what will you do? You've already made Vibhishan as Lankesh. So he says, Are Sugriv, I will accept Ravan as well. My Singhasan of Ayodhya is empty. Bharat has placed my Charan Padukas there. And he is living in nearby Nandigram. So I will make Ravan as Avadhesh, as the king of Ayodhya. But let him come to my shelter at least. That is the divinely benevolent nature of God, that He is willing to forgive all sins and accept the souls. And He says out here that the moment you are properly oriented, you have decided the goal of my life is divine love, consider that soul to be sadhu.